How are you, silver god shirt guy? Oh no, it's just black and white.
It's just the shininess of the lights. I don't really
Yes.
have a good lighting in this particular corner of the basement. So
Well,
it
I can understand.
depends on which way, like my face gets really glowy or shadowy or whatever. So if I lean in, it's usually a little better.
It's not like you have a shiny forehead.
No, not at this point in time. I'm planning on keeping my hair as long as possible.
It was
So,
weird. So was I.
you forget
Why
to
did-
actually like check that item on the list? Like,
Yeah,
oh,
I said five. Oh, you know what? I want to be 5'8", like food. Yeah, I'm good. Oh, I have
Yeah.
nice calf muscles. I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. Done. So what was the deal with the toilet?
Yeah. All right. So for those just joining us now, today's episode is all about plumbing.
Oh
Uh,
no.
It's not bad. It's not bad at all. So I was noticing that the toilet upstairs, it was like running, like making the noise, like just
Right.
randomly during the day.
Okay.
It's happened before.
The flapper.
And it's near where the little flapper thing is. And so there's this little like gasket that you can replace.
At the
Like,
bottom.
just seals properly, whatever. So I
Well,
had,
can we back up because you press the handle and it lifts the chain inside the tank. So the chain lifts up. This is a lesson for kids on how plumbing works. So
this is important stuff.
the handle goes down, lifts the chain up, which there's the tube, and at the bottom, there's a little gasket that covers a hole.
Yeah. Well, it depends on what brand you have. Because if you have, most toilets, yes, have a little flap.
Flapper.
If you have a Mansfield toilet, which is what we happen to have, it's a different device. It's like this whole like tube system that goes
Right.
up and down.
The tube, okay, instead of a flapper,
Yeah.
it's a tube that raises up and covers the hole. So it
Right.
comes up and then it comes down and then the water can't get in the hole anymore, which is
Right,
what
and when
fills the tank.
And when it comes down, right, it seals along the
Right.
rubber gasket. Well, so, okay, I'll just replace the rubber gasket. I can take the parts out. I can get the gasket in because I've done it before.
Right.
It was fine. So I replaced that yesterday.
Okay.
And it was worse after I replaced it. It was so like before I replaced it, you would hear it like maybe every 20, 30 minutes. It would make a little water noise and then be done.
Fill up.
Yeah.
And then the water's trickling out.
Yeah.
Okay.
This was like constant, just like it just wouldn't stop. Like it wouldn't form that seal. So it was just slightly off, but so the water is constantly just running in that toilet. So I shut the water off
Okay.
because, we don't want to just waste the water, and went back to Menards where I had bought the valve and just talked to one of the fine employees there and said, here's what's going on. What would you suggest I try next?
Buy a Kohler. For those of you that don't know, that's a Kohler toilet.
Yeah, it's a different brand. Not a
Different brand.
cola.
Not a cola. A Kohler. Kholer.
He suggested replacing the whole valve mechanism.
Okay.
And I said, okay, that makes sense. And so I bought the part for that. And then I got home and I watched the YouTube video for what to do. And I said, I'm out.
Yeah, I've changed that. I've done that.
Because I didn't realize you have to like take the whole tank off and then do the stuff and then put things back on.
Yes.
And if it was just the tank itself, maybe, but because you have to then disconnect and reconnect the supply line to the toilet, that's the part that water stuff just usually doesn't go well. If that's like, I will do lots of other projects around the house, but there are two things that I don't like to really mess with: water and natural gas. Like I'll do electric, I'll do wiring, no issues with that whatsoever. I'll use the power tools, I'll cut stuff, whatever. Anything else, I can do it. But plumbing and natural gas are the two where I will call someone else to do that. So I called Fred. Fred is our plumber. We've known Fred for a while. We're not super close pals, but we're acquaintances for sure. Because Fred and I, we used to go to the same church.
Okay.
We still go sort of to the same church, but our church has like a couple different like locations.
Okay.
So they go to one location, we go to a different one. So it's not like we're competitors. It's not like, Franklin versus Edison sort of a thing.
Okay.
But so I know he will be honest with me and he will fix it right.
Okay. Which is key. You have a toilet guy. Most people want a car guy, but you got a toilet guy. That's fine.
I also have a car guy.
Nice.
So, but since the car was not the issue, I did not call the car guy because that would have just been really awkward. If I would have called Tony to ask him about my toilet problem, he would not have been very helpful. Or
he would have directed you to call Fred.
Yes. So,
so Fred comes in.
So I called Fred yesterday, left him a message. Actually, I texted him and sent him, here's the info, whatever. Let me know if you can do this. Because he usually works, side jobs, whatever, for different things. And so he called me back last night, said he'll be over today when he was done with his other job. So that's always the question. Now, Fred is super reliable with the work that he does, all that, but you never know exactly when he's going to arrive. Right. He's got another job beforehand. You don't know how long that's going to take. So the beauty of the e-learning is I'm home all day.
Right. Whenever you can make it.
So it was truthfully, whenever you can get out here, you come out. We'll be here. We do have more than one toilet, so it was not a problem. Nobody had to rush outside for anything urgent today. So he came. I had gotten the replacement pieces for what he needed there. And then he's like, well, since I'm going to replace these couple things, why don't I just replace this last piece over here too? Then the whole thing's brand new, doesn't need to be touched, for a long time. Makes sense. So, and since it's all basically wrapped up into the same labor charge anyway, it's like not going to take him that much longer to do it. So quick trip to Menards, get the other pieces he was going to need.
Was that the seal?
No, I had gotten the seal and the bolts already. It was the fill valve and then a new supply line.
Okay. All right.
Yes. So there's the supply line, which gets the water into the tank.
From the wall to yep.
The fill valve is the thing that decides how much water will be in the tank. Mm-hmm. And then there's the flush valve, which is the initial problem in this case.
Correct.
That had to be replaced.
So you fixed all the guts.
So it is basically a brand new toilet because the rest of it is it's porcelain. Like nothing else moves in it. Or function. It's just, unless you're swinging a sledgehammer randomly in the bathroom for something, the rest of it's never going to break.
Yes.
Well, there's that one time.
There's just one time. You make one mistake, you never live it down.
So, but the good news is
no more runny toilet.
No more runny toilet. It's efficient. He's done. And we can be on our merry way. So that was the delay in today's recording, along with I had to get some other school stuff. I'm actually not all the way done with my school stuff yet. I'll come back to that later.
What? Stop being a teacher. Jeez.
The e-learning is for excellent learning, not just electronic, Mr. Fox.
Oh. I need to go to work then. I need to do some things.
You send your 3 emails for the day, like, I'm out. I'm done.
I'm done. My toilets are working. I have no problem.
Yeah. But so I'm very pleased with the results. I'm glad things are done. It's one less thing to have to consider.
I don't know why you just didn't take the project on yourself. Now, I will say, to your point, my father-in-law has helped me much here in my house. And he said the same thing as you. He will do electricity and when I do electrical stuff, I turn off the whole house. The breaker, just the whole house power is just down. So I'm never going to get electrocuted. I'm just not. Why don't you just flip the breaker? How about I just shut off the house? Then I'm not even worried about which breaker it is. Just in case
I'll just do the breaker. I'll find the right breaker.
Right. I do find the right breaker. It's just
because usually I want to run lights so I can see what I'm doing. So I need to have an extension cord from a different room or whatever, so you can still see. Because then when you put the wires together, you want to know which ones are connected.
Right. But my father-in-law said the same thing. When it comes to water, he doesn't really like water. So when we did some remodeling in the kitchen, we call the plumber, because let's have a professional come in, take care of this. I know it'll be a little more, but you know what'll happen? It'll get done right, which is
very important.
Yeah, you don't need me.
So, I mean, looking back at this project, because I kind of watched him a little bit, just because I'm curious. I wasn't trying to, I don't supervise. But it was like, I might have been able to do more of that.
I think you probably could have, because I've done it. It's more in the fact that it's time and you're not sure of the situation. I mean, it takes a little effort. It's not like you just turn this off, turn that off, and the water's gone. You got to empty the tank. You got to clean up the tank, because when you take it off, there's going to be water dripping out. You take off the supply line, there's going to be water. So yeah, water can get tricky.
But I played it safe.
Was that in between Animal Crossing?
Maybe.
You know,
I did sell some turnips today.
Of course you sold some turnips.
Got a good deal.
Did you get a price? Good price?
Over 500 bells per turnip.
Is that good?
That's very good.
Okay. Is it like some other person buying this, or is it just a computer?
Somebody else's computer person is buying it. So
okay, all right.
Yeah. We'll have to do a whole episode on Animal Crossing just to fully explain this to you.
Yeah, because I could tell you how good I was in Ghost Recon today. I mean, quite good. Moved up a couple levels, some quality kill shots.
We are e-learning other things. This is economics, though, so this totally relates to social studies.
Oh, this is totally, because because if it wasn't for toilets, society would be a mess.
Words were never spoken.
And then by me.
And I think we should end on that high note. So with that, have a fabulous day.
You too.